Oh, that'd be so mean if they made me have to go do the server thing again. Oh. Oh, great. Another thing where I have to turn my back. Oh, I have to... It's okay. I see what we're doing. I'll be real. I do not care for this groaning and this moaning. You know? Just straight up not having it. The moon should not be making these noises.
This reality diverges from our expectations. The canal, the moon. It requires us, and we require it. Another contraction.
Oh, oh, is that... Is it implying the moon is giving birth? Because I don't like that. Man, my man got his whole booty ass out. Caked up, wandering around, mournfully howling. Whew. That one was easy. Alright, I'm shutting that fucking door. The great Cameron Mitchell once said, "Close that fucking door." Excuse me? Wrong to... Oh my god, I didn't do it right. Son of a bitch, I gotta go back in. I'm not fucking moving. Alright. I mean, I hope I'm done in there. I really hope I'm done in there. I don't want to go back in. The ripening facility? I don't like hearing that. Ripening and induction terminal? Don't call it that. That's why would you call it that? I'm starting to think this whole game is just a metaphor for horses eating apples. I'm the apple. Oh, maybe it's that the path place. Maybe that's it. That might actually be what it is. You know, there's an ominous door labeled the path. Bro, just take my white ass to the canal. I don't want to be here anymore. Oh, man. Thank you, imaginary friend. So is this going to be an Ethan Winters situation where it turns out I was Fungus the entire time? What's up, gamers? I'm coming to you from the ripening room where I'm given the one choice that matters. Inject amniotic brine. And honestly, I don't know which one I'm going to pick. It's a pretty hard decision. Seems kind of maybe a little unsafe, but, you know, I'm seeing purple. I got people talking to me in my head. I mean, technically, my job's done. I stopped the AI. I was the engineer, so, I mean, it's whatever. I guess I'm on overtime. But, you know, if you don't hear from me again, well, I'm part of it. I'm part of the mass. See you later, gamers. I think maybe I shouldn't have done that. The whole facility's shaking around. I mean, I can't turn it on, so, oh my god. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. No, Asmongold, I don't want to watch your videos, man. I don't want to watch your live streams, dog. I gotta get out of here. He's gonna say some gamer words. Oh, so they spent that entire facility without a... They had one jump scare in the beginning. And then they made you go through those two places and do all that shit. They saved it for that one at the end. Oh. Okay, well, I think we're done with him. He was watching YouTube.
You've come so far. One final step.
Oh, we're going with the baby imagery, huh? Am I gonna be reborn as what is that one thing? Does everyone get reborn as like a monster? Is that what it's gonna be? No. I will go to my destiny the way I was intended to, as a baby. That's what this whole thing's a metaphor for, right? What if this just turns into like a Resident Evil boss fight? Just gotta get a gun. Oh.
Together. We begin anew. Through me, you endure. Through you, I endure.
Oh, current day, huh? Is that it? So, originally, I recorded this like several months ago, and I've only gotten around to editing it now. And I was pretty mad at the end of the game. I thought it kind of ended abruptly. I thought it was kind of shitty. They kind of tied it up and just threw it out the door and be done with it. And to a degree, I do think that is the case. But knowing that they took so long making it, and the project almost went under a couple times, and all that shit, like I get it. You want to be done. And I mean, I think the game's good. I'll say that straight up. I think the game's good. I enjoyed it. It had some really scary parts. It was really terrifying, but it really, really, really wanted to be Amnesia with the serial numbers filed off. You could make the game called Amnesia Routine, and no one would bat an eye. It would feel just like that, and it would feel like a game that's about a decade old. It's not a particularly deep game. It's not particularly, I guess, mechanically complex. The story's pretty basic. I mean, spoiler alert, there's fungus on the moon. That's it. That's kind of it. Maybe there's some other stuff going on, but it's fungus. It turns you into a monster sometimes. Sometimes it just kills you. And I think they were also trying to do the 2001 A Space Odyssey thing, where they kind of just don't explain stuff, but they kind of explain stuff around it. So you kind of, there's like this void of understanding, and I think they're trying to do a little cosmic horror too, but it doesn't land. And it really feels like the game was made with a couple of key parts in mind. Like they made the levels before they made the story. They're like, okay, you're in a thing and there's an invisible monster and he's roaming around and he's trying to get you, and you got this scanner tool, and there's these different types of puzzles, like that sort of thing. And then they're kind of like, okay, how do we extrapolate a story from this? It really feels incomplete. It's like 80% of a story, and to end on just a picture like that looks like it maybe came from like fucking SCP isn't the greatest thing to do. I think at the very least you do the monster movie classic and have the team that follows show up, and then they're attacked by a monster that is your character. I think even just doing that would have been miles above just here's a bunch of reports and a picture, and that's it. And there's kind of maybe a little bit of a cliffhanger for a sequel if they ever get around to it. I don't think that's going to happen. Personally, I think they're probably done with it. I mean, I would be too. Like, what was it, 14 years? It's a hard thing because I understand it, but as a science fiction horror media property, it kind of does bungle it near the end. Like, because the game's in two parts essentially, where the first part's with the robots, and it doesn't really matter, kind of. You know, it's like, I guess it gets you familiar with the game. And then the second part is the monster. That's the invisible guy, and you gotta do all this stuff, and you're in that one facility and all that shit. And that's kind of the meat of the game, but that's a lot of the game, and it goes on for probably way longer than it should have, if I'm being honest. You get really, really kind of sick of it. It wears out its welcome. By the end, you're just like, okay, let's just bust it out, let's get it done. I want this over with. I mean, it's a short game. It's a very short game, and that does kind of factor into it too. But it doesn't even have like replayability for all the symbolism it has about rebirth and all that other shit. There's no new game plus. There's not a hard mode. There's nothing. You can play the game once. You never have to touch it again. That's it. You've enjoyed it. That's the game. And I think, I don't know, maybe they didn't want to put the effort into doing that. Maybe they didn't have that for the vision. Maybe it's supposed to be like a loop where you start over again, but I mean, I don't see myself ever going back to it. I think at the end of the day, I'd give it like maybe an 8. You know, I was thinking more along like a 6 out of 10 when I finished it originally, but having watched through the footage while editing it and thinking about it, it's kind of like, you know, it's fine. It's better than a lot of horror movies. It's competent. They managed to tie it up. Maybe it's messy, maybe it's a little unsatisfying, but they tie it up. I mean, there's spooky shit. It has some of the spookiest sequences I played in a game in a very long time. Like, I got legitimately scared. It scared me a lot. And it was unsettling, and they did a lot of cool stuff. Like, the jump scares were scattered so well. They were done just in such random places almost that whenever you were expecting it, it would never come, and then it would just get you. And that's hard to do. And it was effective, and it kept you on edge the entire time. And that's cool. I love that. The atmosphere, the aesthetics, just like, it's a good horror game, but if you're there for the story or for answers, you're not getting a lot. You really aren't. It's like evil robots, and then it's spooky shit on the moon. There's a monster. You go into the place the monster came from, and then you become flowers, or you die, or whatever the hell is supposed to happen. You're reborn. I mean, it's not particularly complex or deep or exciting, but if you play it just to play it for the experience, I mean, it's fine enough. Maybe not worth, I think it was like $40, something like that. Like, I'd say it's more. It's like a $15 type game. It's really short too. I took my time a little bit, but I mean, I think it was like 6 hours, maybe, probably less than that, which is not a lot. That is a very, very short amount of time. I mean, if you can get it for free or on a discount, like, I say absolutely play it. It's like a B movie. It's like a really good B movie. Not that B movie. And it's like, it's good. It's a high point when you first get introduced to the invisible monster and he shows up, and then you're running around avoiding him. By the time you get back from that second place and you're getting ready to open the canal door, you are just so done. You are ready to move on. You know, I think part of it too is you can kind of see the vision they were going after. You can see like a better fixed version of it, and you're kind of like, damn, we got the inferior version. Because there's a world out there where it got more, right? Like a couple extra hours. They didn't drag the fucking invisible monster part out as long. There's a couple other things. Maybe there's this new game plus, something like that. Like, that's the version you want. That's what makes it a classic. And it just, as it is, it really feels like the first part of an episodic sort of thing, right? It feels like an episode 1. And there's not going to be episode 2. I very highly doubt it. It's just kind of a shame, you know? Because it's very, very good at the parts it's good at, but then it just drops the ball. It really does. And that's just, it's a shame. But you know what? It works. It runs well. It's enjoyable. It's scary. And there's so many other games that are a lot worse than it. So I say go play it. Because if you like to be scared or unsettled, like, it'll do it. It'll get you. Probably at least once.